Hey, what's going on? It's me, Deja Vu. Listen, in the studio, we always play your songs and then I bring folks in and we have great conversations. Today, I have this wonderful actress who is also a fellow Leo. Am I right?
No, I'm an Aries.
I thought your birthday was in August. Okay, no, I got to look at her differently. Lela Rochon is in the building. Woo!
Hey,
Okay, so wait.
I'm still a fire sign though.
You are fire signs. Aries is what?
April.
April. Are you April 17th?
April
I
17th.
thought it was August.
April.
Yes,
You were reading too fast. It was an A. You were reading fast.
all right, fine. All right, fine. How are you?
I'm good.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. It's cold here.
It is cold. Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
Now, you're used to that Cali weather.
Oh, yes.
What was the weather like?
Born and raised.
Really?
Um,
And do you not miss having like seasons?
you don't know what you don't know. I grew up in LA.
Yeah, heard about spring and fall, but no, did you hear about this winter? It's been brick. Like,
It's unbelievable.
yeah.
I was like,
So are we.
cold.
We're like, what is going on?
I love to come to New York. I love a little change of scenery and seasons. And I'm like, oh, baby, it's cold. Long as we don't get shut in, I'm good.
No, we should be beyond that now. I think we're gonna climb up to the 30s.
Oh, wow. That's warm.
Listen, it was 5 degrees the other day, sis. All right, but anyway, things are warming up for you. I see that you have a lot of projects on deck. We're talking about which one? The dating app killer, the Monica White story.
Yes.
So, you know, the tea on that. Give me the details.
That is so, it was an amazing experience. So, the Monica White story, dating app killer, the Monica White story, she is a real person. And it was a serial killer that was just convicted in 2025.
Ma'am, hold on. Wait, this is real. I mean, I know it was real, but this is real recent.
Oh, no, very recent. Like, when they sent me the script and then I clicked on and saw World News Tonight, the story in 2023, I was like, oh, this was a real deal. He killed 6 people. And just, no disrespect to those victims, but 6 women were murdered. And I paid Monica White, who was a woman who was vulnerable, wanted to meet somebody really badly. And it was a big leap for her to go on a dating app. And she ends up dating the serial killer.
OMG.
And I will not tell you whether she lives or dies. You have to watch.
Okay. All right. So the dating app killer.
Mhm.
Now, when you took this role, were you looking at, had you been on any apps? I know you're married, but have you gone and seen, or did you do any research on it? Or did you set up a fake profile or anything?
No, I didn't do that, because yeah, you're right. There were no dating apps before I got married at all. I don't know, did we have we had dial-up. Oh my God. Yes, but the dating app killer, just research on her and this case.
Yeah.
And the psychology. My biggest thing, and I remember I try to work on roles with someone, and when I went to work with an acting coach, and no matter what, I've been doing this my whole career, working with someone,
Mhm.
because you need to bounce off of somebody.
Yes.
And I take everything very seriously. So I'm going to always sit down and work with somebody. And first thing she says to me, okay, why do you think? Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I forgot.
Give us a little, a curve around it.
Okay, a curve around it. Well, I think her instincts were good.
Okay.
And I think that's very important. And she said, it was the Holy Spirit. And I think it goes back to not ignoring the little voice in your head.
Oh,
It was the Spirit
absolutely.
will speak to you.
Absolutely.
And some will tell you all the time, this is right or this is wrong or this feels dangerous or I feel okay, I feel safe.
Mhm.
You have to follow that voice. You have to listen to that.
Absolutely.
Because they say your gut instinct, your first thought is the
It's
right one.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
a lot of times, and this is how these killers, well, not even killers, but just scammers getting into women because they see that you might be vulnerable.
Right.
Or you might be looking for love and you want to feel something. Maybe the kids are grown, maybe your husband's gone, or maybe you're divorced, whatever. And they're looking for it. And so they are easily susceptible to the scam and even just the killer. God forbid.
They're preying on it.
Yeah.
They're preying on it. And I know there are a lot of women, even like with money or other things, oh, he took me for this and that. But you knew. You had that thought in your head, but you wanted to think something else,
Mhm.
which is why you went with it. And yeah, that's sort of how it happened. Is I just really wanted to be respectful of Monica and tell her story. And I think it's so entertaining because we really tried to stick to the real story and what she felt and what she went through and what she was thinking and all those things.
Wow. Okay, so we're excited. When can we watch this? February 14th on Lifetime?
Happy Valentine's Day.
It's the other side of love.
The other side of love.
This is real.
Cautionary tale.
But
Be
this was a real
careful.
story, though. So we
Real
have to,
story.
look at it with respect as well. What would you say to a friend who might be getting on the apps, knowing what you know now about how this particular person was moving onto this?
I think that I have a couple of friends who've gotten married and been very successful on the apps. So I can't say that's something you shouldn't do. I think you should.
Yeah.
But if you're, especially if you're of a certain age or over 40 or whatever, like where you're not going to the club. How are you going to meet somebody? But I recommend that or like the very high end dating things that you can do. But just be careful. I think you should talk to the person a long time before you actually meet them in person and just always make it a public place.
Yes.
And it's the cliche that our mama told us, get to know the person.
I know, but
Get to
you
know
grow up
them.
and you think you know it all.
You think
I can remember dating somebody back in the day, and I got invited this guy to my house, and he didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And this is pre-dating app. This a friend was like, "Hey, I have a friend." I never invited anybody else. My husband now, we were like, he never came over until like 2 years before, until I knew him for real. After that experience, it was so crazy trying to get this man out of my house because we had just gone on a date and he came over and he did not want to leave. I said, "Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and turn in. It's time for you to look." I'm not ready to leave. This dude was like a 6-something football player. Are you kidding?
It just didn't want to leave.
It's time for you to go.
And I think the character Monica sort of has that situation the first time they meet. He's like, "Oh, I got a job in your town. I'm not leaving. You're moving here." What? We just met. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little.
Those are red flags.
Those are red flags, as they say. Those are the red flags right now. So pay attention. All right. So we'll be watching that on February 14th.
Yes.
Now, I want to rewind and talk about your career because you were saying you started, you would always have an acting coach. What was your first big break?
Well, my first job ever was a TV movie with Kirstie Alley called The Bunny's Tale. And we were Playboy bunnies in the 1960s. It was a period piece. And it was a true story about Gloria Steinem when she went undercover to spy and write a story about the Playboy Club and all that was happening. And when I watched the documentary, I was like, okay, so clearly we did the ABC clean version. But that was my first acting job. But I think it was a series of little things. The Cosby Show, I guessed on an Emmy-nominated episode of that. And
On an Emmy-nominated episode, we have to make sure we.
yeah, well, it was a good cast, but yeah, I played a troubled teen, Denise's best friend who got pregnant on purpose.
Oh, wow.
And I think from there, Harlem Nights with Eddie
Of
Murphy.
course, Harlem Nights, after that role as Sunshine, that just took you to the next level?
I mean, you know what? At that time, it didn't because there weren't enough roles for young Black girls at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 24 and there was really nothing to follow it up with. And I was offered a soap opera. I was offered different things. I was like, no, I want to do movies. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold out. Like I always tried to make the right decisions. And it just was a little slow going. But so I always kept working. But years later, then things had changed. And now I look at young, beautiful girls like Tessa Thompson and all these other girls who have all these opportunities. And I'm just saying, I'm glad I opened the door. I'm glad I opened the door because they ran through the door.
Listen,
But it was
so
baby
they
steps.
run.
Yes.
But on the outside looking in, during that time, it seemed like there were so many roles. It seemed plentiful. Like, okay, from the Harlem Nights time until a couple of years later, it seems like after that, you started seeing Black faces on the screens in these movies.
Well, you did. My next big movie was Boomerang, again with Eddie Murphy. But I think from that, it was really, everything was centered around the men. It was the male stars. It was, Eddie. It was Wesley Snipes. It was Denzel.
Yes.
It was the men. So the women, we just fell into the little roles around the men. But not until 95, when we did Exhale, did the movie start to become about the women.
Yes. Which, by the way, just celebrated its 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Gosh, when I tell you, I had all these things planned out. We're going to do screenings. We're going to invite the men. We're going to do this, that, and the other. Where were y'all?
Uh,
Uh,
what do you mean?
Put it back on you.
You didn't invite
Where were you? Where were you? Where were you, Loretta, Angela? I saw y'all hanging out with Gail, and I'm jealous. Gail,
Oh, yeah. Gail, Gail asked us first.
you know what?
Gail asked us
It's not
first.
fair. No, but I still think we should do something. I think that movie was so pivotal for women,
It was.
the friendships, the bonding. Not even just that, that movie, that book that Terry McMillan wrote, translated into this movie and to a whole movement. Don't you think?
I think so, and I think what's interesting about it is it withstands time because it's a story about love and relationship, and that never changes that much. And every year, it's so beautiful for young women to discover those stories. But that opened the door for a film career for me. So after that movie, was it just a decade long run of doing movie and movie and movies? But prior to that, the movies weren't written about the women. So to get to be, number one on the call sheet and do stories that were written about us, I never had a beginning, middle, and end to a character before that. You come in the movie, you support the men, and you go. That's who we were, supporting characters.
That is such an interesting take. From the outside, we didn't see that. Well, I know I didn't. I never looked at it from that angle.
Right.
As an actress, you're like, oh, okay. Well, now the stories are about us. I
Yep.
never thought about it. Like you guys were just the accessories to their.
Exactly. So after us, then there was Sex in the City.
Yeah.
We came first. And then there became shows about women.
It was the four,
Right.
four,
Right.
3 and 4. It was the multiple friendships, and it still continues on now.
Right.
Yes.
Right. They're still doing them
Yes.
with Harlem and some other shows. It's still because women are interesting too. We're not necessarily always the star of an action movie,
Right.
which we can do that too.
Come on.
But, we've for once got to see what we feel, what we think, what we do alone. We have several love interests in the movie, in one movie.
Yeah.
And the men at first at that time were, oh, it's a man bashing movie, the men this and the men that. And it was like, guess what? You guys have had 99,000 movies since the beginning of time. This one's about us. So what? It's not about you. And we were so defensive. And then one day Terry McMillan said, well, Oprah, it's not about them. And I was like, oh, she's right. It's just not about them.
Yeah, it's about us and our multifacets, our different layers, our
Yes.
relationships, our needs.
Our vulnerabilities.
Yes, our vulnerabilities. Oh my gosh. Okay, and speaking of, we were talking earlier, we were talking about wearing white,
Mhm.
that white dress from the party you were in, something with the party with
Oh, with Michael T. Williamson, the party.
I wanted to find that dress everywhere. I still look at that movie and look at that dress. I'm like, that dress was bad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's crazy how people love that dress.
It's beautiful.
I could not tell you who that dress was by. All I know is we had a couple issues with wardrobe on Waiting to Exhale, and the costume designer that ended up doing it replaced somebody else. And I'll leave it right there.
Uh-oh.
And believe it or not, all I remember about that dress is the designer got it at Loman's. I don't know if you ever remember Loman's, but she got it at Loman's because I had a list of designers that I wanted to wear and what I thought, and they looked those up and they're like, oh, she's crazy. We can't afford that. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? This is like,
What was on your list? Give me a designer.
I wanted to wear Alaya,
Uh-huh.
and those were in the 90s about $5,000 for a dress. But I had done movies with Eddie Murphy where we're wearing Chanel scarves and we're there. They take us shopping and we can pick out what we want.
Been to the other side.
I started at the other side, so I'm like, what are we talking about? Exile was just a movie for less than $10 million shot in Arizona, and those Eddie Murphy movies were like, I don't know, 50, 60, $70 million movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't know any better. So the first time I ever did Harlem Nights, I walked in the room, the wardrobe room for a fitting, and they had drawings of my costumes
Wow.
and what I was wearing in every scene. I mean, it was like
That's
back
layer.
in the
That's
day.
real for real.
Oh, it's for real, for real. I forget his name. He got nominated for an Oscar for that movie,
Uh-huh.
but it was a thing. And so I thought every movie would be like that. I didn't know.
She's like, okay, where's my drawing?
I don't see any drawings of me.
Where's the color? I need to have this. Oh my gosh. So you came back down.
No, you're going to get your clothes at Loman's, girl. We're going to find those designers, but you got to go to Loman's. We're going to go to Loman's.
But lo and behold, 30 years later, I'm still talking about that dress. I was like, yeah, I could get the body right and just get the dress. Can I find the dress?
It was all about the cutouts
Yes.
before there were
But it was
cutouts.
beautiful. And yeah, because no one was really rocking stuff like that.
Yeah, it was
Um,
different. It was different. Yes.
Yes, it was awesome. Okay, so back on track. So you did Exhale,
Mhm.
and from there you started doing your other movies.
Mhm.
How was that? I mean, because at that time it seemed like there were a lot of black actresses that were coming on the scene as well. And was the competition really fierce when those roles started popping up?
Oh, it was very fierce. It was. But really, I was always trying to crossover, I guess you could say, and I was trying to do roles that weren't written for Black women.
Gotcha.
So after that, I did the original Mr. and Mrs. Loving. They later redid that, but it was Timothy Hutton and we did that in '96. And from there, I got a nomination for that,
Mhm.
and then from that, other roles started. I did The Chamber, which was a John Grisham book
Yes.
that they turned into a movie, and that was written for a white woman. Then I did Gang Related with Tupac and Jim Belushi, which was written for a white woman. I remember kind of fighting for that with Daryl Hannah and some other people that they had in mind, and the same with The Chamber. So I was really fighting for roles that weren't written for necessarily
Necessarily.
African American
Right.
women, but just great roles. And I had an agent who thought out of the box, thank God. So he just tried to find the best role.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you have any roles that you turned down that you were like, or an offering or something that you turned down that you wish you had taken?
Um,
Looking back, like,
I do. I have tons of those.
you want to share?
I have tons of those because they make me feel so bad and sad. Um, it was more things I chose, like respect me. I'm not reading for that. I'm not
Yes.
reading for you. You have I've done enough work at this point where you can watch something and decide whether you feel I'm right or not.
Talk about it.
And there were things where they just didn't want to pay me. I was really like, I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. And I don't need to be in everything, but when I do something, pay me my worth and respect me.
I know that's right.
And that was hard in the '90s. I remember like myself, Angela Bassett, you didn't see a lot of us because you had to wait till somebody really hit every note, and that's the one I'm gonna do. And then, you have people who don't think that way, and it just sells everybody cheap.
Yeah.
And then you just start seeing a lot of junk, and it sort of loses the mystique. And then people got tired of girl boy movies.
Yeah, so now where are we movie wise? I mean, Hollywood isn't even Hollywood anymore. They're putting all the theaters, I mean not theaters, but the studios in other cities, other areas, other countries.
Yeah.
What does the landscape look like now as an actress, for an actress?
Well, for me, I'm just getting my footing back in the last couple of years. But what I do
Yeah, we'll
love,
see you outside.
yeah, back outside. But I do love the streaming. The streaming is phenomenal, and it's so many good things that are out there. And this is the thing. Years ago, they would only take certain people to Europe to promote movie, not really necessarily always people of color.
Really?
But now our movies streamed all over the world, and that you can't stop. And that's amazing.
So global superstar, global opportunities.
Global opportunities.
Yes. Okay. So are you, I saw something that you were producing. Are you doing more producing now? Are you producing this particular?
Yes, I forgot to say, yes, I'm a producer on the dating app Killer. I'm a producer on the Family Business in New Orleans.
Yes.
So yes, I'm stepping into that and hopefully eventually directing.
Nice. Now, do you have projects that you might have written or have an idea for that you are developing?
Oh, absolutely. Where I'm trying to find a home for.
How
So
fun.
yeah, just trying to do everything at this point.
Well, with streaming, is it easier to actually find a home and a bidder for these particular projects?
It's still a little difficult to have projects about women,
Even now,
even now.
with all of us out here, all the women watching everything and streaming everything, even now, good night. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll work on that. We're gonna push through some things.
Yeah.
All right. So I see that you're outside. So you have the dating app. You have the family business. I saw Tempted to Love.
Yes.
Another Terry McMillan. Another project.
To love. So I did the original one last summer.
Yes.
With Garcelle Bouvet. I play her best friend.
Yeah.
And, it's about her falling for a younger man and having issues. And the sequel just came out last week.
Yes.
Tempted to Love, which is a part two.
Yeah.
And that was shot in Portugal, which was really interesting.
Wow.
And we have Boris Kojo who joined us for that. So
Nice.
it's very, very cute. I think the rom-coms are coming back.
Yes, I love a rom-com. Look, I'm a Hallmark chick. I mean, I love all the other stuff too, but I like boy meets girl, boy loses girl, they get back together again, and we live happily ever after. Because in this world right now,
Yeah, we need things to make us happy.
girl, I know a little escapism, okay?
No.
The reality is just like,
The reality is depressing.
it's
And you
hectic.
need to get away from it and escape.
Escape.
And there are a lot of escapism, right? There's a lot of escapism.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. All right, so outside of the screen, when we're not on the screen, we're chilling. Who is Lela? What do you do?
Ooh. My family keeps me very busy.
Okay.
My daughter is she is a singer. She's just graduated from USC School of Thornton School of Music.
Nice.
And she's a performer, and you'll be seeing her. She's got a cameo. Oh, I'm not supposed to say.
Oh, it's already out the bag.
Okay, she's got a cameo in Michael that's coming out.
The biopic of Pam Shea? Oh, that's major.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Let me ask you. I'm sure she's very talented, but is this utilizing our resources Nepo style?
A little bit.
Why not? And why not?
And she was really right for it.
Good.
She was really right for it. And then my son is a junior at USC, and he's in the School of Cinematic Arts, so he's going to direct and produce. And so I'm busy with them.
So talk about the family business. It's really is.
Yeah, I know. All of us. And Zachary, the oldest, he works for my husband. We're all, doing the thing. So they keep me really busy. They can't do anything without me.
Well, who are you hanging with? Where are your girlfriends? Where do y'all go? What do you do?
We go on boats. We
Go on boats. It's really cute and
We do things. We do things.
who's your cruise?
Keep me very, very.
Do we know any?
Oh, what picture look up my year ago? You know that.
I haven't seen it in a minute, but yes.
Well, our actresses, I have actor friends. Vanessa Bell Calloway is one of my dearest friends. Star Jones is a friend. It's Holly Robinson Pete.
Can we get all y'all doing something? Let's do a reality show. Come on.
Oh God, no. Oh God,
Why?
no.
I bet y'all are off the chain. Just make a living
Friends, and we want to stay married. We're not doing a reality show because
Okay, well, a series. Oh, it's something like that.
that's something. Yeah, we'll do something. But
You know I'm gonna stalk you, right?
it's been friends forever.
Yeah.
And it's always somebody's birthday. It's always something to celebrate. It's always a trip to go on. My first thing I did when I was an empty nester is I had friends going to Paris, and they kept calling me, asking me, "Oh, it's like, oh, you should go here, and you should do this, and and I was like, why don't I just come with you?" And then in 2 days, I planned my little trip all day, and I went, and my husband was like, "Wow, she just upped her trip to Paris, didn't she?" And my son said, "Yes, she did. She did. Mom is back outside." Yes. So it's fun to be free. Absolutely. Yes, I was one of those, little helicopter moms, but I love my kids. I waited late to have them, and I wanted to enjoy all of it. And now they just call me for things. My son is like, "I have some really important. I need you to Uber me something." I was like, "Okay, what do you need? You need your camera? You need your lens? What do you need?" "I need my Steph Curry jersey."
Look, he has his priorities. Well, at least he has a priority.
So important. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that to you in 20 minutes.
Mom, I need my Steph Curry jersey now. We're going out to the club. I gotta wear.
It was so important Saturday. I was like, no.
Lord mercy. But that's the stage where you are now, which is awesome.
Yeah, I just started out to say, not totally. No, I'm not running to take your basketball shoes to school for practice because you forgot them.
Right.
I'm not getting those calls anymore.
But it's a whole other level of it. Can you Uber me? Can you put this in here and courier into my dorm or where my apartment or whatever?
And then sometimes it's like my daughter who's like, can you help me with an audition? And I was like, now that I would love to do. That I would love to do.
Okay,
That I enjoy.
you guys run lines together?
Oh, yeah.
No, would you be in something together?
When she's ready, yes. Okay. I'm just kidding. When she's ready, she's ready. Yes, I would love to be in something with her. Awesome. As a matter of fact, at Tempted by Love, we have a little picture of her on the nightstand as my daughter. So
So she gets a little cameo there.
she gets a little cameo there.
That works. That works. Love it. Okay, so we have the dating app killer. We have Tempted to Love. You have the family business. Are there any other projects that you have on deck that are coming up before the end of 2026? Because you seem like you've been stacking like, hey, I'm ready.
Yeah, I absolutely do.
Okay.
But we're negotiating, so I can't talk about it yet. But there will be something else coming.
So when you say negotiating, what does that mean as far as like, okay, we're on the project or we're just talking money or we're talking producing and all that stuff with the role?
No, we're just talking just the deets.
Gotcha.
You have to work out
Oh, I get it.
deets because you don't get them later.
I better if you don't get it. Well, that's not in the deal. Well, we've already spent the budget for such and such. We don't have this and that. I understand. On the radio side, I get it. I get it. And since this is a radio station, when you're chilling and vibing or you just need something, what type of music do you listen to? Who are you listening
Oh
to?
wow, I go through phases.
Yeah.
And right now I'm really listening to Adele.
Really?
To Be Loved, I think is my favorite song.
Really? Doesn't that take you like somewhere?
Yeah, my dad has been very ill and I just keep listening to it and it makes me feel sad and good and warm all at the same time.
Yes. It's touching.
Yeah.
Well, when you're feeling sad and good at the same time, you're listening to Adele. When we were talking earlier, you said you could hit out some bad notes. What kind of karaoke song would you sing?
Oh. Or
When you're at
Aretha.
which one? Give me one.
Natural Woman.
You
Yeah.
make me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on, we're gonna do it right now. Come on, let's go. 'Cause you make me feel. Uh-oh.
You make me be speak a natural woman.
Love it. All right, Lela, thank you for stopping by. Before you go, I always ask people to do like words of encouragement. What would you say to somebody who is trying to, like you are, getting back outside with their life, their career? What would you tell that person?
I have a couple of things to say, and it's funny you should ask.
Okay.
Two things I have to say. It is never too late for whatever it is you think you might want to do.
Yeah.
We all know it's not a rehearsal. You have one life to live. And it's just never too late to try something new and to keep growing as an individual. My second thing I would have to say to women is never let anybody else define you or care what people think of you.
Yes.
Because it's irrelevant. That's just their opinion. Everybody has one. It's don't let that bother you. Never care what people think of you.
Yes. Do you have something that you listen to or meditate with to encourage yourself?
To encourage myself, I do love me some Maxwell, A Woman's Work.
Okay, couple.
That I listen. Yeah, it's all the beauty of us and who we are as humans, and we create life, and we take care of everybody. We do multiple things. We do a lot. Women do a lot.
And we don't get the credit. So we're giving ourselves the credit.
We are. We're loving ourselves. We're taking our power back. And that's what it's really all about.
That's what it's about. Lela Rochon, thank you so much for stopping by.
You.
I feel like I need to hug you. I know. Thank you for stopping by. It's so great having you. And wait, will there be a Waiting to Exhale part 2?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, okay, I'm sorry.
If I could have $1 for every time
I know, we all want it. And since you're producing and back outside and the ladies are there,
well,
and if they do, I better get an exclusive.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
That's how we do it. Make sure you guys watch The Dating App Killer, February 14th, Valentine's Day, starring Miss Lela Rochon
On Lifetime TV.
on Lifetime TV.